Good afternoon. Fire crews still wondering what led to an East Bakersfield discount store to go up in flames. Take a look.
The whole nation's building this idea to get kids their first book. We've got a Bakersfield chapter also working on it.
Girl is upset tonight after what she says is a bad dye job given to her at a local salon 2 weeks ago. Faulty wiring may be to blame for a house fire in Northeast Bakersfield. The Americans with Disabilities Act has jurisdiction over parking. Court documents show former Miramonte High School girls soccer coach Saul Lopez targeted his students both on and off the soccer field. According to health officials, this is what your new plate of food should look like. Half of it is sectioned off to fruits and vegetables, a portion of meat, then grains, and last but not least, a serving of dairy. To politics now, it seems Mitt Romney begins a new phase of his campaign for the presidency today.
And what about the idea of going from dogs to human? It leaves many people begging the question, is human cloning in our near future?
Well, Lisa, many of us have never seen loyalty expressed quite like this. The camera was rolling as a 4-month-old puppy grieved over the loss of his mother. Tonight, something amazing happened, a moment one family will never forget. Prince's difficult journey began here on a dirt road near Comanche Drive.
He was laying there by the side of the road next to his dead mother.
Unable to leave his mother after she'd been hit by a car, Prince was left defenseless, dehydrated, and hungry.
We got a call about that he was there, and so we drove out there thinking, you know, puppy. We were thinking little puppy that we could just grab and take home, not a 4-month-old puppy.
Katie Hudson was the first person on scene. She grabbed her camera and recorded this. After hours of trying to save Prince, the puppy, near death, was rescued.
It took a lot of patience, like I said, and unfortunately that utility yard was unlocked and we were able to corner him.
Unable to believe what she'd witnessed, Katie shared her video on YouTube. But it's what happened next no one expected.
Dogs have so many qualities that we wish people had, and I think that's why we connect with Prince, because he was devoted and loyal.
An outpouring of support from the community. Hundreds of people from around the world wanting to adopt the charming lab.
They touch something really deep in our soul, and he has those qualities, you know, that loyalty.
And now this.
Okay, we're done. We're done. Can you sit? Can you sit?
Prince meeting his new family.
It can't not tug on your heart to see an animal go through what he's gone through, and the complete metamorphosis from a panic scared dog not wanting to leave its dead mother to a loving, wonderful, very intelligent, beautiful animal.
It's the very moment Katie had been waiting for.
I can see Prince over there. He's with his new family. You know, they love him. He loves them. It couldn't be any better.
An example of unconditional love, ensuring every animal gets a second chance at life. It's been an uphill battle for Jesus Lopez, who's searching for work.
I was looking for a security guard position at the moment.
With few companies hiring, Jesus turned to Bakersfield's career services.
They gave me a job listing, and I called the guy who went by Wayne Porter.
Ecstatic, Jesus called Constant Watch Security Company and spoke directly to manager Wayne Porter.
I thought it was legit, not only because I heard I got the job listing from Career Services.
But what Jesus didn't know was he was about to become the victim of a scam. Over the phone, Porter asked Jesus for his driver's license and social security number. Porter then told Jesus to load a prepaid card with $170 for security training.
He seemed like a honest guy, professional and everything.
Jesus was told to meet here on Friday the 13th for intense training. When Porter never showed, dozens of job seekers who also showed up for training grew suspicious.
As we took the information, it was like any security job that we had seen in the past. Nothing unusual. We immediately did some research on our end. We got the employer's account suspended in
Career Services Program Coordinator Bill Stevenson says it's truly an unfortunate situation.
I would encourage anybody that's a victim of this, to learn from it. One, contact Fair Department of Housing and Labor. File a complaint.
But we wanted to know, how could this scam slip through Career Services?
Try to ask the right questions. We verify information through different channels. It looked good to us, and there was no red flags.
While it's very rare, Stevenson says scammers are getting more creative.
If an employer is asking for money and information like a driver's license, social security card, money, before they even offer you a job or you even fill out an application, that's a red flag right there.
Stevenson says job seekers need to be more cautious because they make easy targets.
What people should be looking out for is A, if somebody offers you a job over the phone. B, if they're asking you for some money up front before you've even met this person. Those things should not be handled over the phone until you sit down face to face.
Angry, Jesus is now warning others.
In a way, I was trying to better myself, to get a better job and to provide for my family, but at the end, I came out empty-handed.
A lesson he learned the hard way.
I think people like that should be put behind bars.
A fiendish conspiracy by the masters of the galaxy to invade our planet with human-like robots programmed to kill.
Not exactly, but this sci-fi version of human cloning isn't all that far-fetched. It began back in 1996 with a sheep named Dolly.
Dolly is remarkable because she is a clone.
More than a decade later, the futuristic term cloning is evolving into a household name.
We had this very deep connection, this very deep special bond. And, you know, I can truly say that she is and was and always will be my best friend.
For Peter Orang, that name is Wolfie.
There was something special about her, as if we've known each other for a long time.
Fast forward 11 years later, and Wolfie is now 2.
I decided that I was going to go on a quest to clone her.
Animal cloning is a cutting-edge technology to produce.
So cutting edge, it can only happen here at the Soham Biotech Research Foundation in South Korea.
We have to collect the fresh eggs from the egg donors and then remove their original nucleus and replace it with the somatic cells of the biopsy of desired animal.
Meaning a piece of the original living Wolfie was injected into an egg, then fused together to be transferred into a surrogate mother. 2 months later, those 2 identical Wolfies were born.
I like to think of it as maybe Wolfie's sister or maybe her children.
But don't wag your tail just yet. This procedure costs $100,000, something Peter considers priceless.
I was poor, I didn't have money, so I made myself a 10-year plan. 10 years to start a business, 10 years to grow my business and save money, and 10 years to finally have enough money to clone her.
Now, if that sounds like something out of Stephen King's Pet Sematary, don't worry, you're not alone.
Anytime people try and clone another animal, the studies have proven that they're not going to get that same exact dog. We have over 300 animals here at our shelter. I can't even imagine how far $200,000 would go to help our shelter animals.
This is money that I worked for with hard work and sweat.
Anybody can spend money or blow money any way they want to. I mean, that's absolutely their call. It's a pity that, you know, other shelters and things like that lose out on that money.
And what about the idea of going from dogs to human? It leaves many people begging the question, is human cloning in our near future?
Is it possible to clone humans, in your opinion?
Technically, yes.
The Soham Foundation specifically prohibits human cloning, although scientists admit the technology is evolving.
We live in a free country. And because it's a free country, I can do anything I want with my money.
And while some would rather turn their nose up, for Peter, it's his 2 cents he's willing to give to the dogs. Literally.
I'm one of the few people in the world that clone their dog. I'm going to have another chance to stare at the same eyes that looked back at me once before.
Megan Munro reporting.